Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside James Work Memorial Gymnasium for this evening's matchup between the Arcadia Knights and the Delaware Valley University Aggies. Delaware Valley Sports bringing you the action here from James Work Memorial Gymnasium, the second game of the season for these two teams, and it was the second game between each other as they opened their season last night in this very unusual abbreviated season in a very unusual year. Team sports returning to Delaware Valley yesterday, the first team sport athletic events at Delaware Valley since March 11th of 2020. The entire fall sports wiped out, winter sports pushed back into the spring, and while the snow is all over the ground outside, some of the spring sports are warming up, hoping that they will also get a chance to have some kind of season this year. Last night, Delaware Valley and Arcadia played a close one. The Knights prevailed at the Cook Center. It was 78-72 in a game of runs. The Knights took the lead early. The Aggies fought back. The Aggies actually took the lead briefly in the second half and were within two with a handful of minutes to play before the Knights closed the game on a 14-3 run to pull away for the victory. Mentioned this on the women's broadcast last night, but if this is your first time tuning in, we'll give you the ground rules for this unusual season. The first thing you'll notice is there are no fans. In fact, there are no parents. You can't get in the gym unless you're working. There's not even allowed in if you're staff unless you have a job to do here. So for those of you who are parents or siblings or friends or even some players who have opted out of the season, we know Delaware Valley has some, and we imagine Arcadia does as well. We will bring the action to you as best we can this evening. Other changes, it is just a 10-game schedule. Normally the Division III college basketball season has a minimum of 25 for teams. They are home and home matchups. Every team will play the same opponent twice in a week. You will play at their gym on a Thursday and then at home on a Friday. No double headers, so the Aggies women who played here last night head off to Glenside to play the Knights tonight. And Delaware Valley will obviously host Arcadia here. You'll get 5 weeks of 2 games like that. There will be a conference championship of some sort, they hope, in late March. The format for that is undetermined, and one of the things they're trying to work out is how teams with games that are canceled, because we anticipate most teams, if not all, will have some canceled, and some may have a bunch canceled. And two men's program already do, is Eastern and Albright, who were scheduled to tip off their seasons last night in Reading, have their seasons pushed back because of COVID issues at Eastern. So that's going to happen. That's going to happen throughout the season in terms of how they figure out standings and whether it's a 4-game playoff or a head-to-head matchup or what they do. The conference does hope to have some kind of championship event both on the Freedom and the Commonwealth side. But the format that will have to be worked out as the season goes along. As we mentioned last night, first priority is to keep everyone safe. Second is to give these student athletes a chance to be student athletes again. And then after that, we'll figure out how the conference championship works. For Delaware Valley, the Aggies come in off a 6-18 season. They finished 2-12 in the bottom of the MAC Freedom Conference standings last year. They started the season fairly well, hovering around 500, but lost 11 of their last 12. And a lot of the players who were on that team are not back, at least are not back this year. He could start with the Aggies' leading scorer and rebounder from a year ago, Damian Washington. Big Dame has opted out for this season. We hope that he will be back next year. Devin Hill, Jordan Tucker, two important contributors, opted out as well. The Aggies' leading assist man, Mike Chinchilli, well, he didn't opt out, he graduated. And so Delaware Valley does not return very much in terms of offensive numbers from a season ago. The guy they do return was someone they had hoped to play in the backcourt with Mike Chinchilli last year, Matt Paulus. Paulus started his college career at Ursinus College as a guard, but was injured in the preseason last year. He is starting in the backcourt for Delaware Valley. The Aggies also added a transfer from Penn State Abington, one of the branch campuses of the State University system, Purnell G. And G played very well last night And G is approaching a milestone, 11 points for G to hit 1,000 in his career. Other contributors from last year who are back, Nestor Diaz and Dario Medina. Defensive specialists, Edward Jones played very well last night. He's back. And Thomas Ibadapo back in the front court for Del Val. For Arcadia, well, it all starts and flows through number 1 for the Knights, Daquan Davis. Davis is an absolute stud. He's probably the best player. He's probably the best returning player in the conference. Well, there's a caveat to that, which we'll get to in a second. And if not the best player in the entire region, he's not far behind. Davis was 5th in the country in scoring last year. He set the Arcadia school record for points as a junior with over 1,500 points. And you won't say this too often, but you look at Davis and you say, boy, you know, he could play at a higher level. Well, he will. Next year, he plans to transfer and play Division I basketball at the University of North Texas. So he's in a very weird situation. Normally, if you transfer from D3 up to D1 or D2, you have to take a year off. But not if you do it for a graduate degree. And in this weird season where there's all kinds of waivers and, you know, just extending the rules to make them as flexible as possible so people can play, Davis already knows he's going to play scholarship basketball next year, but has decided to suit up and play here with his teammates one last time. One other change on the as we get ready for this one, this is now a conference matchup. Arcadia, which had been in the Middle Atlantic Commonwealth Conference, the other side of what's known as the Middle Atlantic Conference, or corporation, I guess in this case, Arcadia shifted over to the MAC Freedom. The conference added, or the corporation added 2 new teams, as York College out of the center of the state and Hood, which is down in Frederick, Maryland. Both joined the conference in the offseason. They will be on the Commonwealth side. Commonwealth tends to have the schools that are kind of congregated in the center of the state, Lebanon Valley and Messiah and those schools. And because that conference got so large, they shifted 2 of their members, Arcadia, which is not far here from Delaware Valley, other than DeSales, probably the closest opponent geographically speaking, and Lycoming, who Aggie football fans will recognize as a conference rival. The Warriors will also shift into the conference, and in fact, I think the Warriors are here next week. A couple of teams in the Freedom Conference not playing this year. Stevens, which won the conference last year, opted out of all winter sports, so the Ducks are not competing. Kings College, the Monarchs out of Wilkes-Barre, they have also opted out. And Misericordia has opted out, but only on the men's side of basketball. So the women will play, and they tip their season off, I believe, next week. But the Misericordia men under Willie Chandler have opted out of the winter sports season. So I guess one other completely obvious change from a year ago are the masks. The policy in the Middle Atlantic Conference is schools can make the decision for themselves, but if your opponent wears a mask, then you must as well. So Arcadia, which looks like they brought about 35 guys here to the game, they needed the whole bus. Arcadia prefers to wear the mask, so everybody will, including the Aggies. One final kind of stage-setting note for you here this evening. New broadcast technology brought to you by Production Truck, and we look forward to trying out all the bells and whistles on that this season and then into the football season in the fall. If you're wondering why the audio sounds a little muffled, it's because of the mask. When I say everybody's wearing one, I mean everybody. Starting lineup first for the Arcadia Knights, the junior guard out of Milford, New Jersey, 6'3", number 0, Jared Chambliss. Next out of the chute for the Knights, junior guard, 6 foot from Springfield, Virginia, number 2, Gabe Keir. Next out for the Knights, number 10, senior 6'8" forward from Hockessin, Delaware, number 10, Jacob Walsh. Next, sophomore guard, 6'2", from Wilmington, Delaware, number 15, Justin Money. And that just leaves the man of the hour, number 1, the senior guard from Roman Catholic High School in Philadelphia, Daquan Davis. The Knights are coached by Adam Van Zelst, a graduate of Albright College. Adam was a guard at Albright for 4 seasons. I remember coming in as a player, which just makes me old. And Adam is assisted by Thomas Schiffert, Charles Brown, Arcadia grad Phil Pierfy, and Justin Plummer. Aggies with a very unusual style of announcing their starting lineup. Instead of having one player come out, the whole team stands arm in arm, with the only differentiation being the starters have their shirts off, have their warm-ups off, but everybody else is there. So you've got 4 Delaware Valley. You'll have number 0, the senior guard out of Solebury, Pennsylvania. That is Matt Paulus. Number 11, the senior transfer from Penn State Abington from Darby, Pennsylvania. That is Purnell G. The junior 5'11" guard from Spring City, Pennsylvania, number 21, Nestor Diaz. The senior 6'6" center from Sicklerville, New Jersey, number 24, Thomas Ibadapo. And rounding out the starting lineup for Delaware Valley, junior 6'2" guard transfer from Montgomery County Community College, guard number 32, Ryan Black. The Knights are in black. Ibadapo wins the tip, and we are underway. Paulus with Davis on him immediately. This is G off the screen. Into the paint, shot no, Ibadapo unable to control the rebound. That'll be Knights basketball. Aggies are coached by Mark Seidenberg. Mark in his 5th season with Del Val, a career record of 39-62. Was the conference coach of the year as a rookie head coach. Mark, a graduate of Elizabethtown, and also played some college ball at Manor College, which is transferring into the NCAA as a Division III program in a year or 2. Drive in, shot no good, but a foul, and Jared Chambliss will head to the free throw line. And Chambliss actually gives us a chance to explain there is an unusual link between these two programs, and his name is Casey Stitzel. So Stitzel was the head coach here at Delaware Valley, the best men's basketball coach they've had, won 3 championships. After his 3rd championship, he went off to become the head coach at Division II Millersville. And Chambliss is a transfer from Millersville. In fact, so is Gabe Keir. And what's the connection, you're wondering? Adam Van Zelst was an assistant to Casey Stitzel before he became the head coach here at Arcadia. Paulus, that's some pretty good acting. there was very minimal contact there when Paulus draws the foul on Davis. And Knights with a 1-0 lead as Chambliss hit 1 of 2. Paulus hands off to G. G off the screen from Ibadapo. Black will fire a 3. That's up, no good. Rebound controlled by Jacob Walsh. Knights down the floor. This is Justin Money. That's a great name. For Chambliss and now for Davis. Davis's range is everywhere. 3 on the way, a front rim, no good. Rebound controlled, and the Knights will set back up. Gabe Keir grabs the board. Walsh calling for the ball, and Black ends up on his backside. It's a foul on Ryan. First team foul on Delaware Valley. And the Knights will inbound. Black checks out. Edward Jones, who had a great game last night, checks in. G was the Aggies' leading scorer. He had 16 points, but Jones had 15 points. I think he was 5 for 5 on the night. Pass inside for Chambliss, who lost the ball, as Jones clears out his own teammate and takes the ball. 1-0. Yes, that's the score, as the Knights have one free throw and the Aggies are 0 for 2 from the field. Ibadapo gives it off for Jones Jr. Now for G. G tries to shake free, gets it to Davis. Outside, Paulus' three is partially blocked. Good defense there from Gabe Keir. And the Knights down the floor looking for their first field goal. And Chambliss charges, and the shot will not count. First foul on Chambliss, second foul on the Knights. Team still looking for their first field goal about 2 minutes in. G, nice drive, but reverse layup off the mark. Arcadia comes down the floor. Ooh, good. Nice job to maintain the dribble there from Justin Money. Money into the lane, shot's no good, but he's fouled, and Justin Money will try and cash in from the foul line after the foul on Edward Jones Jr. Actually, I guess Jones has dropped the junior, so we can just call him Edward Jones. Justin, 25 starts in 26 games for the Knights last year. 79% free throw shooter. Knights as a team shot 74%. That's pretty good. Contrast that with the Aggies, who shot 67%. And Money gets 1 of 2, and 2-0 now. Arcadia is. We're doing it 1 point at a time here. G. Shakes free, loses the ball, and neither team manages to grab it. Paulus grabs it, and G lays it up for 2. Broken play, Purnell G. Good heads-up play by Matt Paulus, and the Aggies have tied it at 2 points apiece. Daquan Davis, he had to take a shot. Averaged 27 points per game last year. That was 5th in the country. It's Davis guarded by Nestor Diaz. Davis penetrates, kick, 3, Chambliss off the mark. Rebound for Nestor. Nestor down the floor. Hands it off for Paulus. Paulus finds Purnell. Purnell for 3, no. As Nestor comes flying in, and he'll get called for over the back. Didn't think he went over the back very much, but enough to draw the foul, and that's the Aggies' 4th foul with 16:41 to play in the first half. Purnell G to the bench. Delaware Valley brings Francis Robles Montas in. Francis played 17 games last year, 3 starts. Averaged a little under 3 points per game. That's Francis out top. That's a 3 on the way, and that's no good. Oh, Arcadia is 0 for 4. Del Val is 1 for 6. It's 2 points apiece for both teams. Paulus. Davis clearly does not like the face mask. He's wearing it more like a chin strap than anything else. Davis down the floor, blocked by Ibadapo. Gets it back, put back, no good, and that shot's no good, and Davis will head off to the free throw line. Foul is on Ibadapo. That is his first and the team's 5th. Now the Aggies do not have a lot of bodies. They've got 10 on the roster. I'm not sure even all those guys are available as Davis gets his first point of the game. Davis, you won't be surprised to learn, led the Knights in basically everything last year. 27 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 36 steals, 80% free throw shooter. He actually didn't lead the team in that because DJ Gardner shot 94%. 47% from the field and 34% from three, and Davis has his first 2 points of the night. Four to two, Arcadia on top. All free throws for the Knights. As Jordan Gomes, the freshman, is checked in for Del Val. This is Gomes right here. And Gomes tries to throw it through the body of Welsh, and not allowed to do that. Kickball off the skate to the chagrin of one of the very many Arcadia reserves. There's about 19 of them over there. You have to space out. There is no bench per se, but there's no stand, so there's plenty of room. And Jones does not get the timeout in time. Second turnover of the game for Del Val. Knights still looking for their first field goal. They lead 4 to 2. Welsh hands off. That was a travel. And I don't know how the officials missed it. That was Johan Vincent took 2 steps before he even put the ball on the floor. It looked like he was coming out of the backfield running a right wing sweep. But they don't get the call, and it is yet another foul on Del Val. Aggies with 6 fouls already. Next foul will put the Knights in the bonus, which, the way this game is going, is the only place they've scored from. Davis drops it on the head of his teammate, who did not expect the ball. And Gomes gets bopped. Good foul there from DJ Gardner, who's checked in. Gardner, what us Lehigh Valley folk call a Becca High graduate, Bethlehem Catholic. 5'9" junior guard, played 24 games last year, is the team's best three-point shooter. He shot 51% from behind the arc. 4 to 2 Arcadia. Paulus drives in for Nestor Diaz. Spin move by Black, blocked by Welsh. Good defense from Walsh, excuse me. Davis penetrates, kicks, 3 on the way, good. There's DJ Gardner. Key of the 51% three-point shooting. And he's 1 for 1 tonight, and the Knights have a 7 to 2 lead. We'll keep an eye on the women's scoreboard for you. Aggies and Knights playing in, I keep saying it's Glenside. I think it's technically Cheltenham, but Philadelphia suburbs. Either way. Aggies with a 7 to 5 lead there with 2:20 to play. A game that was surprisingly entertaining last night because it looked like the Knights were going to run away and hide midway through the third quarter, and the Aggies had a long run and even had a chance to take the lead late. Aggies have not won a game in women's basketball in more than a calendar year, in about 16 months. Now, obviously, the pandemic is part of that, but the Aggies' last win, or only win, of last season came before Thanksgiving break. Paulus across the timeline. Davis over to pester him. Edward Jones has it. The Aggies are 1 for 7. Feels like they haven't attempted a shot in a while. Nice drive by Jones, and he blows the bunny. Good move by Jones, but just misses a wide open layup. Davis drives in, banks off the body, and that will not count. And the Knights now still 1 for 4 from the floor. Not exactly an offensive showcase here. As Nestor Diaz gets fouled as he tries to put up the shot. Foul is on, well, they show 21, so Jalen Watkins, who's checked into the game. Watkins led the team in field goal percentage with 56% last year. Diaz at the free throw line, where this is not his favorite spot on the floor. Nestor is a 42% free throw shooter, and he misses the first. The live stats tell us Delaware Valley is 0 for their last 4. Make it easier for the live stats. We've only had 2 made shots all game. Yikes, and Nestor with nearly an air ball, but Robles with the rebound. Outside, Robles for 3. Got it! Francis Robles Montas for 3. And the Aggies down by 2. Francis last year a 31% three-point shooter, so pretty good. Gardner thinks about pulling the trigger. Instead down for Watkins. 3 on the way, Gabe Keir, it's good. Gabe Keir for 3. Knight shot 36% from 3 last year, that's very good. 10-5 Arcadia. Aggies, as Ibadapo catches it in the post and is fouled by Davis, and that's Davis's second. I was about to say, Diaz, Medina, Dario Medina, who's checked in, Robles and Ibadapo, none of those guys really look to create their own shot. We haven't seen enough of Matt Paulus to know, although I understand he's a good shooter, but I don't know where the Aggies are going to get field goal attempts from the 5 that are on the floor right now. Paulus, outside for Diaz. Paulus will take the 3. That's good. Matt Paulus for 3. And the Aggies with back-to-back 3s from Robles and Paulus. Down by 2 now. Paulus gambles, can't quite get to the ball. Open 3 for Gardner. You bet. DJ Gardner for 3. I told you he shoots 51% from out there. And he's 2 for 2 tonight. And suddenly, after both teams couldn't make a shot, now neither one can miss. Drive in, Medina is fouled by Gardner. And free throws coming for Dariel. And Dariel does like the free throw line. He was the Aggies' best shooter last year at 88%. Dariel is senior out of Silver Spring, Maryland. Significantly shorter hair this year. As Medina hits the first free throw. Subs for Delaware Valley, Purnell G back in, Edward Jones in, Ibadapo and Nestor Diaz grab a seat. First point of the game for Dariel. And Dariel is true on both of them. 13-10, Arcadia with the lead. Justin Money bringing the ball down the floor. Outside look for 3 from Johan Vinson. No good. Ball deflects and Robles can't grab the rebound. But the Aggies get it up to Edward Jones. Nice hands there from Jones to catch the hot pass from Medina. You can tell the Aggies are uncomfortable. Everybody is. I mean, this is everybody in the world is uncomfortable with the masks. But as Paulus was more concerned, was trying to keep the mask on his face. Again, Delaware Valley, Gardner for 3 again. He's 3 for 3. 16-10, Knights on top. Knights are now 3 for 5. Nope, it's got to be better than that. Oh, they're going to say that was a 3. Yeah, he's got 9 points. G drives in, that's off glass and good. You can tell that the Knights are a team who are practicing and going to play in masks all year, as there's our cloth or that athletic material, and the Aggies, as that layup is up and good, they're wearing the disposable surgical masks. 18-12. Both teams have heated up here, and G is fouled. Jalen Watkins, I think, will pick it up. If it's Watkins, that's his second. It is not. It is Johan Vinson, and that is his first. That is the 7th team foul on the Knights, who picked up a bunch of fouls in a hurry, and the Aggies get to the bonus first. Single bonus for Del Val with 11:13 to play, and Purnell G at the line. Now, G was a 13-point scorer for the Nittany Lions of Penn State Abington. Shout out Matt Levy, former longtime athletic sports information director here. That was one single bonus, and G missed it. Now the athletic director at Penn State Abington. Gardner, well, that's one way to stop him. Foul on Medina, and Gardner's going to head to the free throw line, where you won't be surprised he's an even better free throw shooter than he is a three-point shooter. He shoots 51% from three. He shoots 94% from the free throw line. And Gardner calmly hits the first. He's the first one to double digits. He's 3 for 3 from the field and 1 for 1 from the foul line for 10 points. And he hits the second. It seems baffling to say this because he's a 51% three-point shooter and a 94% free throw shooter. He averaged 4 points a game last year. I'm not sure how that's mathematically possible, but that's what the stats tell us. G for Gomes. Gomes drives in, shot, no. Rebound Watkins. Pass up ahead of the pack, as that could have been a travel, and instead they're going to call a foul on Del Val. Once again, Chambliss caught the ball and took a couple of steps before he even thought about dribbling. Foul on the Aggies will send Chambliss to the free throw line. Last night in the victory for the Knights. That free throw is up and good. Second one coming here for Chambliss. 21-12, Arcadia on top. And Chambliss hits them both. Knights on an 8-0 run here. They now lead 22-20 in Delaware Valley. Going to call timeout to talk it over. Scoreboard update. Early second quarter. At Arcadia's gym, Aggies lead the Knights in women's basketball 15-13. Shane Glenn was 7 points early for the Aggies. Taylor Fritz, who did just about everything here last night, was 6 points early for Arcadia. Delaware Valley trailing 22-12 here. The Aggies have held Daquan Davis to 2 points. He hasn't taken a field goal attempt yet. But DJ Gardner has got 11 points, 3 for 3 from 3, and 2 free throws. Diaz, Paulus, Robles, G, and Ibadapo, the 5 on the floor. G. Tough off-balance shot. No, Ibadapo unable to get the rebound. Good job by Watkins. Justin Money. Chambliss. Drive in, and Ibadapo there to erase that one. Aggies haven't scored in a while now. Trail by 10. G outside. Paulus will try and change that, and he does. Three-pointer for Matt Paulus. Paulus 2 for 2 from behind the arc. He's got 6. Aggies down by 7. Chambliss into the post for Watkins. Davis sitted with 2 fouls. Shot rattles around and off, and Ibadapo there for the board. Aggies will be just fine if they get rebounds and block shots from Ibadapo. They need everybody to score, but understanding that's not his game, they'll take the contributions there. G drives in. Shot no good. Ibadapo, and that's a traveling violation, as Shane Burrows, who checked in, got twisted into a pretzel there trying to catch the defensive rebound. Arcadia making a substitution. Jalen Watkins heads to the bench. Checking in to replace them is the freshman, I believe. Yep. Kyleel Turner checks in, number 24 for the Knights. 3, no. Diaz gets clobbered, and he's fouled. Foul on Shane Burrows. He's had a rough possession here. Single bonus coming. Nestor Diaz back to the free throw line. Kyleel, who checked in, he's a freshman from Philly. A graduate of String Theory High School. Yes, that's the name of the school. And despite the name, it's actually a very good arts school. It's not a school for physicists. Money hands off for Gardner. And there's another. Boy, Shane Burrows is just, sometimes it's just not your day, as he's now called for the charge. And I think Coach Van Zelst recognizes that. Davis checks in. Burrows back to the bench. Knights haven't scored in about 3 minutes, but the Aggies have only scored 3 points over that period, so Knights still with a 7-point lead. G, nope. Davis with the rebound. Davis down the floor. Oh, good hands from Paulus to swipe that away. Here comes DJ Gardner, who doesn't miss, and he doesn't. Gardner now 4 for 4 for 13 points. 24-15, Arcadia on top. Diaz. Over for Paulus. Paulus, tough shot, no good. Rebound, controlled by Justin Money. Turner pull-up jumper. That's no good. Reaching over the back there, no call. Turner comes down with it. Uh-oh. Oh, Gardner finally missed. G swats away the shot. He does miss occasionally. He was wide open on that one. Robles for 3, no. And Turner with the rebound, and Van Zelst says slow it down. 24-15, Arcadia on top. Aggies 5 of 18. The Knights are 6 of 12, but before that shot, everybody but DJ Gardner was shooting well under 30%. Nice soft touch there from Jared Chambliss. Chases the Aggies back into a timeout. Arcadia in front. It's the Knights 26 and the Aggies 15. Ryan Black into the game for Delaware Valley. He picked up 2 fouls quickly. Aggies down by 13. Black penetrates to Diaz, who catches it in the post but won't shoot from there. Black, spin, no. And Black throws it right back. Guys, spend all the time in the paint. Somebody's got to take a shot. 3 on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Paulus. Paulus down the floor, kicks over. Edward Jones, oh my. Well, all ball for Gabe Keir, but they say that Kyleel Turner made enough contact to draw the foul, and Turner picks up his first. That was a good block there from Keir, who kind of floated in the air. And I think the officials with words for the Arcadia bench. Jones misses the first free throw. Aggies in the double bonus, but they're now 3 of 7 from the foul line, so not sure how much of an advantage that is. Jones with the free throw. First point of the night for Edward. Arcadia leads by 10. Knights with a new guy out there. That's a junior, Shane Reckner, number 20. Walsh penetrates, layup, easy over the top of the much smaller Robles. 28-16, Arcadia in front. Diaz for Black, and a traveling violation on Ryan Black. Robles to the bench. As Dario Medina checks back in. They tell Black to tuck in his jersey. Black, as we said last night that the Aggies women's basketball team really only has 2 true forwards on it. And that's more or less the case for the men's team too. And Black giving away about 4 inches down low. And Ibadapo is really the only other true low post player for Del Val. Davis, jump ball, possession now in favor of Arcadia. Well, the Aggies have done everything you could ask against Davis. Davis is 2 points. He's 0 for 1 in 8 minutes. He's got more fouls and turnovers than he does field goal attempts. But Arcadia is still up 12. Walsh. Foul called on Ryan Black. That's Black's third. Speaking of guys who have had a rough night here, Black has played 3 minutes. He's got 3 fouls and 2 turnovers. And back to the bench. DJ Gardner checks out. Pass wide open. Nice job by Jones to somehow block that. G. Over for Jones. Diaz. Diaz drives in, hangs, shot, no, fouled, and Mr. Diaz with a good aggressive take there will head back to the free throw line, where Nestor is 1 for 4 tonight. Free throw up and good for Nestor Diaz. I'll correct myself. Now he's 1 for 4. He was 0 for 3 before that. Aggies 4 of 9 from the foul line. And Nestor hits them both. 2 points for Diaz. Aggies down by 10. Paulus denying the inbound. The Knights do get it into Gabe Keir. Keir down the floor. Hands off for Justin Money. Keir for Davis. And an illegal screen on Arcadia. Foul is on Gabe Keir. That is Keir's second. Despite the fact that we have had almost 20 personal fouls, nobody has more than 2 yet. Arcadia's got 4 guys with 2 fouls. Aggies with 2 guys with 2 fouls. Diaz thinks about a 3, passes down low for G. G, turn around, got it, count it, going to the line. Purnell G with the basket. And a chance for a 3-point play as Shane Reckner becomes the latest Knight to pick up a foul. Knights have used 11 guys, and 9 of them have fouls. Burnell with the free throw. Giving him 996 points in his college career. Closing in on 1,000, 7 tonight for Purnell. He led the Aggies in scoring last night with 16. And now I think Purnell is being forced to play powered forward against Walsh. Wide open Keir. Lots of contact, no call. Lechner dishes Walsh, and that's a charge. Walsh just rumbles over the top of G. And Walsh now has, well, you know how I mentioned the Knights have used 11 players and all but 2 have personal fouls? Walsh was one of those 2. So now 10 of 11. Full timeout taken by the Knights, I believe. Aggies hanging around, down by 7, 28-21. Check the scoreboard for you. Arcadia with a run at the end of the first half in the women's game. And the Knights lead the Aggies in that one 27-20. Other games tonight in the Middle Atlantic Freedom Conference, DeSales and Wilkes University. Lycoming playing FDU Florham, Lycoming over to the Freedom side this year. And Eastern, and that's it. Eastern's not in the Freedom Conference. They shifted over to the Commonwealth. Kings and Stevens and Misericordia all not playing this year. Other side of the conference, Messiah playing Lebanon Valley, Stevenson and Widener in Chester. Albright and Eastern are canceled because of COVID. And Alvernia will play an abbreviated season. They'll start later than the rest of the conference. As we mentioned earlier, Hood and York College opting out of the season entirely. 4:34 to play here. Aggies down by 7 in the first half. Slowly clawing their way back. Paulus for 3. That's an air ball. G tries to spike it. He ends up throwing it to his teammate. Shot clock resets. It should not have. They hit nothing, but Diaz hits a 3. So the Aggies get a break, not that they used the shot clock anyway. But Nestor Diaz for 3. And the Aggies are now down 4. Diaz with 5 points. Aggies 4 of 9 from behind the arc. Davis still just 1 field goal attempt. Now he's had 2, and he misses that one. G with the rebound. Jones, nope. Unable to track that one down. Justin Money bringing the ball up the floor, his team up 4. Knights have gone cold here as Money blows right by G for 2. Justin Money with 5 points. Aggies down by 6. Paulus directing traffic. Medina. Hands off Diaz. Thinks about a three. Medina will take one. No good. Diaz idles, get the rebound. Paulus for three. No. Ball batted out. Paulus again, and he gets whacked by Davis. And he just got teed up as well. Yeah, the Knights have been very demonstrative after a lot of calls. I know they're frustrated, but that was a long time coming. Davis with his mask off talking to one of the officials. I guess Paulus will shoot the free throw. So this is the technical free throw and then the regular free throws. And Paulus hits the first. Second one coming here from Matt. Also beautiful. Good free throw shooter, as you can tell. Matt with 7 points, and now he gets the regular 2 free throws because the Aggies are in the double bonus. So this could be a 4-point possession here for Del Val. Paulus hits the first of those. I said the technical was on Davis. I think they're assessing it to the Arcadia bench. And Paulus is 4 for 4, so Paulus with 4 free throws and 4 attempts, and the Aggies are down 2. Justin Money up the floor. Hangs, shot, got it, count it, going to the line. Justin Money. Good body control. And the Knights, who are 8 of 10 from the foul line, will get a chance for a 3-point play here. Foul was on Edward Jones. That's his third. And Money converts the 3-point play. So back to a 5-point Arcadia lead. As the Knights will swap out Jacob Walsh, a senior forward, checks out, replaced by sophomore Jalen Watkins. So a small lineup on the floor for both teams. Not sure either team really has a true forward out there. Nice play! Jones flashes to the rim for 2. Jones is probably the fastest player on the team. He's got great speed. And Edward will head to the free throw line, try and convert a 3-point play of his own. Is that his DJ Gardner's 4th foul? Is that right? No. That is not right. Okay. Why is he still out there? Vinson, layup, no. Diaz, rebound. Aggies down by 3. Diaz, wide open. Medina, take it, Dariel. No. Well, maybe not. Vinson. Hangs, shot, no. G, who's a rebounding machine with another one. Aggies down by 3 with 2:02 to play in the first half. Jones. Over for Paulus. Paulus for G. G thinks 3, drives in, off balance, shot no good, rebound controlled. This is Vincent with the rebound up ahead for Money, who's got the hot hand. Working around, DJ Gardner. Well, he's not going to miss. Well, he does. Never mind. He's 94% from the free throw line, but he misses that one. 33-30, Aggies. Another chance here to try and get a little closer. 17 seconds on the shot clock, 1:20 on the game clock. Jones, Medina, Paulus, G, and Diaz here. Diaz kicks out, Paulus for 3. Rattles won't fall, and Esther Diaz Does a great job to tie up the ball and to get it back to Del Val. Great play by Nestor. In fact, not only does he get the ball, did they just call a foul? I don't know. Aggies get the ball back. No, just a possession error. Okay. G whirls, shot, off glass and good. Purnell G with the basket, and the Aggies down 1, 33-32. Vincent down the floor. Keir drives in, pull-up jumper off the mark, and the Aggies could take the lead here before the half. Paulus brings the ball up the floor slowly. Aggies have never led in this game. 5-second differential between shot and game clock. Diaz. And telegraphs the pass to Vinson. And Vinson fouled, got it, count it, going to the line. Well, Nestor, who's never going to give up on a play, and you saw the positive side of that a few moments ago. That time he probably should have just let him go. So 3-point play opportunity in Arcadia will have a chance to extend the lead to 4 as Johan Vinson heads to the free throw line. Not a lot of opportunities for Vinson last year. He's 6 of 12. And he misses this one. So the Aggies still down 3. And Jones flies in, and I guess that's a foul? I guess that's a foul, yeah. Vincent picks up the foul. That is his second. The team's 18th of the first half. Holy cow. We've had 28 fouls in the first half here. Jones misses the first. Aggies are 10 of 17 from the foul line. So not exactly making them pay. Isaiah Lattimore, who just checked in, now checks out. Sophomore from Washington, D.C. for the Knights. And Jones hits 1 of 2. 35-33. Aggies down by 2. Here comes Money. Nice move. Drive. And that's a charge. Of course. What a perfect way for the half to end with yet another Arcadia foul. Just ends up being a turnover. No free throws the other way, but Justin Money, who managed to play 16 minutes without getting a foul with 1 second left, becomes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18th guy to pick up a foul in that half. So that is the way the first half comes to a close. Arcadia on top, 35-32. .312, yep. Was it on Davis? Number 1? Yeah, thank you.
And then when was the block point early in the game? Down here, I think it was like 8 something. I didn't stat that. Sorry. What's that? Like I said, I thought the officials had to say like that.
The last foul was on money.
15?
Yep.
I'm having such a hard time.
There were like 30 fouls in the first half.
They're not putting on the board.
Yeah, it was money charged. Ha! Get it? Oh my gosh. Wilkes scored 55 points? Well, maybe Del Val will beat them. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they're playing better tonight, though.
My fouls aren't correct. I gotta fix those. My fouls are not correct. I'm fixing those. If you want the fouls, you can YouTube right now. If you want. Need another one? Yeah, please. Thank you.
We'll welcome you back and get you ready for the second half here as Delaware Valley and Arcadia. And a close one here on the men's side. It's 35-33. Before we get you to the stats from this one, let's go around the Middle Atlantic Conference and get you the scores from the other games tonight. On the men's side of things, DeSales, who had a huge margin of victory last night against Wilkes, I think it was 22 points or something like that, is up not quite as much. Well, the Colonels playing a little better tonight, but DeSales leads the Colonels in Wilkes-Barre. It's 35-22 at the half. And other than that, that's it, because we don't have live stats reported from Lycoming and FDU Florham. That's the only other game involving Freedom Conference teams besides this one. Other side of the MAC, Widener leads Stevenson 31-25. Messiah and Lebanon Valley playing, no score reported there. Eastern and Albright were wiped out by COVID. And that's everybody on the men's side of things. Women's side, Arcadia with a 33-24 lead. 6:15 to play in the third quarter of that one. Julia Mikowski picked up where she left off in the fourth quarter of last night. She's almost got a double-double already, 10 points and 9 rebounds. Haley Keenan, same thing. She looked real good as the freshman here for Del Val. She had 16 points last night and 7 rebounds. She's about halfway there again. She's got 7 points and 4 rebounds right now. Women's side of things, FDU Florham and Lycoming canceled. Not sure if that's weather or coronavirus related. DeSales women leading comfortably 35-17 at the half. Albright leads Eastern 25-22. And Messiah, who looks really, really good, has their All-American Leah Springer back. They are up big on Lebanon Valley, 31-15. Right here, Delaware Valley and Arcadia, it's a 2-point Knights lead. We get a look at the team stats for you. Knights shot 44% in that first half, 11 of 25. Aggies 31%, 9 of 29. Aggies hit 4 of 13 three-pointers, that's 31%. Knights hit 4 of 9. Well, DJ Gardner was 3 for 3. If you take him out, everybody else was 1 for 6. Of course, it doesn't work that way, so his shots count. Free throws, Knights making good on their opportunities, 9 of 12 from the foul line. The Aggies went to the line 18 times, made 11 at 61%. Again, not a good free throw shooting team last year and not off to a great start this year either. Assist to turnover ratio, Knights are a -7, 3 assists to 10 turnovers. Aggies are, well, they're neutral, 7 of each kind. In that first half, leading scorer for the Knights was DJ Gardner. He hit his first 5 shots of any kind, his first 6 shots. He hit 3 threes, 2 free throws, and a layup before he finally missed something. Gardner with 13 points in 12 minutes. If you're looking at the live stats, it has DJ with 4 fouls. That's not correct. He does not have 4 fouls. He has 3. And they just got that corrected. He's one of 2 Knights that has 3 fouls. The other one is Daquan Davis, the All-American candidate. He had a rough first half. Davis, 2 points, 0 for 3 from the field, missed his only 3-point opportunity, 2 for 2 from the foul line, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, 2 turnovers, and a technical in 12 minutes of play. Justin Money, 8 points for Arcadia. Aggies were led by Matt Paulus, who had 10 points, almost half of them coming on a string of free throws. He was fouled when the Aggies were in the double bonus, and then there was a technical foul, and so Paulus shot 4 free throws in a row and made them all. And we mentioned what the Knights' 3-point percentage would be like if you back DJ Gardner out. Well, if you back Paulus out, the Aggies are 7 of 14 from the foul line, 50%. Pernell G with 9 points, which means he's now 2 away from the 1,000th of his career. Nestor Diaz with 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And Aggies getting outscored in the paint, 14-10. And the Knights will start things off the second half. It will be Gabe Keir, Justin Money, Jacob Walsh, Jordan Chambliss, and Daquan Davis. As Davis And there's Nestor Diaz again doing a great job. Boy, Nestor has done a great job on Davis here. As the ball bounced to Davis, and Diaz just tied him up. Diaz, Paulus, Ibadapo, Ryan Black, who had a rough first half, and Purnell G. Black played 3 minutes, had 2 fouls and 3 turnovers, or 3 fouls and 2 turnovers. Either way, it was not good. Black will try and get going here. 3, up, no. Diaz with the offensive rebound, but he's unable to maintain possession there. Davis for Keir, and now for Walsh. Davis, I think, look for Davis to take a lot of shots here in this half. Well, Diaz shuts him off there. Good job again. Justin Money. Walsh, drive in, hook shot, up, no. Gabe Keir tries to swat it to a teammate, but nobody home, out of bounds, Aggies ball. Aggies have turned the ball over 15 times. Actually, I'm sorry, I got the women's stats up. Turned the ball over 7 times in the first half. Diaz and the Aggies with a chance to tie or take the lead yet again. They've had a bunch of opportunities to do so for the last few minutes. G, pull up, shot, no, rebound. Paulus as the ball hits the floor. Davis, dangerous play there from Paulus, who dives at the ball. Daquan is all right. Davis, a graduate of Roman Catholic High School in Philadelphia. It's produced a lot of really good basketball players. You go way, way back. Matty Gukas, the first head coach for the Orlando Magic, was a Roman Catholic product. More recently, Eddie Griffin, who played at Seton Hall and then with the Rockets. Russell Butler, who played with the Heat. Malik Waynes, drive in, tough shot, up and good for Gabe Keir. And Keir with some words for Paulus. Most famous athlete out of Roman Catholic in recent years is not a basketball player, but a football player. Marvin Harrison went to school there. G for Black. As Ibadapo passes wide open. Good look. Arcadia just fell asleep underneath, and Diaz sneaks in for 2. One more Roman Catholic product for you, the voice of God, John Facenda. NFL Films fame. Davis, no, short. Boy, he gets hammered into the turf by Ibadapo. Ibadapo should have hooked the leg and tried to get the 3 count there. That was an elbow off the top rope. 37-35. Ibadapo's second foul. Jones is the only one with 3 for the Aggies. Money collects there. Money on Black, pull-up jumper. No. And Keir unable to grab the rebound away from Matt Paulus. Paulus waves off Black. Aggies with once again a chance to tie or take the lead. G looking for point number 1,000. Diaz open for 3. Yes! Nestor Diaz for 3. And Nestor has 10, and the Aggies have their first lead of the game. 38-37, Del Val. Davis hands off for Keir. Now Money. Actually, it's Chambliss. Davis got it, count it, going to the line. Well, couldn't last forever. Not the lead, the shutting out of Daquan Davis. First field goal made for Davis. He's got 4 points. Again, he was 5th leading scorer in the country last year. Knight's leading scorer in program history already. And in that odd twist, destined for Division I as Davis misses the free throw. He's already announced that he's going to spend a grad year at the University of North Texas. This is just kind of gravy. They didn't even know there was going to be a basketball season here at Arcadia. And Paulus will call timeout. Good defense there from the Knights. If you're wondering how that's possible again, there's all kinds of flexibility for players to play whenever and wherever they can. And even without that, if you transfer for a graduate program, you don't have that 1 year waiting period that you do otherwise. 39-38, Arcadia on top. Scoreboard update of the women's game. Knights leading comfortably there, 38-28, 2:03 to play in the third quarter of that one. Well, Nestor Diaz has played an all-around outstanding game here for Delaware Valley. He's the team's leading scorer. He's got 10 points. He's perfect from the field, 3 for 3, including 2 threes. 6 rebounds leads the team in that category. 3 assists leads the team in that category. A steal and a block leads the team in those categories. And again, is holding Daquan Davis 23 points below his season average so far. Now there's 16:35 to go. There's plenty of time for Daquan to get that turned around, but through a half plus of basketball, Nestor Diaz has played really well. G drives in, fouled, and free throws coming here as I think Jacob Walsh will pick it up. If it's Walsh, that's his second. And well, sitting on 998 points, Purnell G at the free throw line. Well, there's 999. And G now with 10 points, third Aggie, and I know, this is it right here. This is it. If he hits it, he's got 1,000. And he does! Congratulations! Purnell G with 1,000 points in his college career, most of them at Penn State Abington, but congratulations to Purnell. And he also just gave the Aggies a lead back, 40-39. Davis is Ibadapo clogging up the block there. Good hands there. Good awareness from Thomas, whose mask just broke, so he will get a tire change here, Daytona's 500 style, and come back onto the court. Davis calling for the ball on Diaz. Davis, in terms of body size and strength, looks a little bit like Aaron Walton Moss, All-American for Cabrini, who is a Camden, New Jersey product and had a long, good career overseas. He's very similar in terms of body type. 3-time All-American for the Cabrini Cavaliers. G for 3, eek. But Diaz with the rebound. He's wide open. Shoot it, Nestor. It's wide open. And he does. And the Aggies have their first 3-point lead of the game, 42-39. I don't think he realized how open he was. Nestor now 4 for 4. 12 points for Diaz. And Davis goes by him, and the foul on the floor is Davis will head off to the free throw line. I think Nestor picking up the foul. It's Nestor's 4th. So, unfortunately, of all the categories Nestor leads the team in, he also leads them in that one. And Davis hits the first free throw. Davis, a good free throw shooter along with everything else. He's an 80% free throw shooter. All region last year for D3Hoops.com, second team. All region the year before that. And the conference's rookie of the year as a freshman. And Davis 1 of 2 here. He's 1 for 3 for tonight from the foul line. Now is better than that. 3 for 5. 42-40. Edward Jones now going to draw Davis. See if he can keep him in check. Black for Ibadapo. Paulus calls for the ball. Kier goes for the steal. Jones hands off for Black. Black unable to get on track here so far. Ibadapo calls for it. Quick shot, no. And here comes Davis down the floor. He is all alone. That's a mistake. Did not pick him up, and Davis hits his first three. And Arcadia on top, 43-42. G drives in. No basket, but G will go to the foul line as Walsh picks up foul number 3. Although they've got Walsh for, they're saying that's Walsh's second. Seems like it should be more than that. Nope, there we go. No, hold on. Yeah, they still have Walsh for 2 fouls. So Purnell back to the free throw line. Try and get the Aggies back on top. It's the first. G at Penn State Abington, pretty good free throw shooter, 73%. Walsh checks out of the game, so he may have more than 2 fouls. Fouls coming fast and furious, and with where we are, we actually can't see who the fouls are called on because they're all the way on the other side of the court. G hits 1 of 2, tied at 43. 12 points now for Purnell. Watkins driving in. Chambliss hangs, misses, but Chambliss will go to the line. Jared Chambliss, the junior from Milford, New Jersey. Again, played 5 games at Division II Millersville last year. Under former Delaware Valley head coach Casey Stitzel. And Chambliss hits the first one. Chambliss now 4 of 5 from the foul line for 6 points tonight. Second one coming. And he missed it. And the Aggies collide with each other and give a free possession back to Arcadia. See if the Knights can make them pay for the mental mistake there. Arcadia down by 1. And Davis guarded by Jones, a pair of ones. Davis goes right by him, won't fall for him. And the Aggies with a 5-on-4 break. G, no. Black with the follow, but G's going to get free throws. Good aggressiveness, good heads-up play from the Aggies, realizing that Davis had fallen down back behind the play and pushed things quickly. And G doesn't get the basket, but he will get free throws, and that's now the 3rd personal foul on Justin Money, we think. G with the free throw. So Gardner, Davis, and Money all have 3. Arcadia has used 12 guys. They all have fouls. And G hits them both. So Purnell now with 14 points, and the Aggies back in front by 1. Davis, good job from Jones to deny Davis. Chambliss for Jalen Watkins. Wiry Watkins checking in. Davis, spin move, got it, count it, going to the line. Well, at some point, I think Davis is inevitable. Arcadia with the 1-point lead. Foul is on Edward Jones, and I think that's Jones's 4th. So Jones has 4, Diaz has 4. I have no idea who the next defender would be. Davis hits the free throw to put Arcadia back up by 2. 47-45. 13:33 to play, so there's a long way to go with both your point guard defenders with 4 fouls. G hangs, hits. A left-handed stroke there from Purnell G, who's got 16 points now. And the Aggies have tied it back up at 47 apiece. Davis spins away from G. Maybe G is the next one to draw Davis. And a foul on Robles there. 16th foul on the Aggies. Next one will be single bonus for the Knights as Johan Vinson checks back in. Chambliss checks out. Aggies will bring Dario Medina in. Robles to the bench. Robles has 3 fouls as well now. And Aggies don't have a lot of bodies here. We were joking about Arcadia using 12 guys and bringing 30 as Davis misses the 3. The Aggies have 10 guys and use 8. Nice pass, G to Jones for 2. What a look from Purnell G. Aggies back in front by 2. Watkins works Black for an easy 2. Tied at 49. First 2 points of the night for Watkins as G flashes free. Shot, no, and Purnell, a little heat check there. As Money tries to draw the foul, dishes, Watkins blocked. Black up ahead for Paulus. Aggies with a 3-on-4, but they'll run anyway. Edward Jones for 2. Jones, I said, he is probably the fastest guy on either team and using that speed to his advantage. Now they've got G on Davis and they've got Jones switched off of him onto Money. Try and preserve his 5th foul. Davis, now he's got Black on him. That's a speed mismatch. He blows right past him and Black fouls him. Free throws coming for Davis. That is Black's 4th foul, I believe. 3rd foul. 3rd foul on Ryan. Now the Aggies, to be frank, undermanned and undersized, but hanging with the Knights here. Again, the Knights were a good performance away from the NCAA tournament last year and were in the NCAA tournament and did well in it the year before that. So Adam Van Zelst has built a nice program at Arcadia. Arcadia and Lycoming, the 2 teams that moved over, they had a lot of depth on the men's side of things and the women's side. It's a good basketball program as Davis hits the first free throw, his second one coming. Aggies by 1. Knights, Davis had 40 points in an overtime victory over Albright in the MAC Commonwealth semifinals last year. And then hit the wall in the championship game. Not that Davis did, but the Knights did as a team. Lost to Lycoming, who captured the automatic bid. 51 apiece. Paulus hasn't taken a shot in a while now. Medina off the screen. Ibadapo got away with a moving screen. Ibadapo gets the ball, hook shot, and Thomas just struggles so much to find the range there. Davis now has got Medina on him. Works off a screen, pass to Watkins. Watkins got it, count it, going to the line. Jalen Watkins with the basket and the foul has a chance to give the Knights a 3-point lead. Scoreboard update in the women's game. Aggies trying to make a comeback again in the 4th quarter. Arcadia 45, Delaware Valley 39. 7 minutes to play in that one. As Watkins gets the free throw, he's got 5 points. And Arcadia up by 3 here. 54-51. Jones for Gomes, who's been quiet, freshman. Gomes thinks about a 3. For Ibadapo, now for Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Jones pull up. Gomes got to take one here eventually. Jones pull up. Not a good shot, not a good possession. Freshman a little tentative there to take the shot was Gomes. He had a couple of looks. And now Gomes is going to draw Davis. Davis, step back 3, yes. Now, that is not a good matchup for Del Val. 6-point Arcadia lead. Remember how I said Davis had 2 points? Well, he's got 13 all of a sudden. Paulus for 3. No, and Davis with the rebound. And Arcadia with a chance to put some distance between them. Nobody covers Davis. He actually misses. The Aggies completely left him alone. They dodge a bullet there. Halfway through the second half, the Aggies down by 6. Jones. Outside, Medina for 3. Yes! Dario Medina for 3. And a timeout taken. I did not see by who. I think by Delaware Valley. Yep, it's a full for Del Val. Medina has 8 points. Make it 5.
Free throws with 16:34 left in regulation. Senior Purnell D reached the 1,000 career point plateau. Congratulations, Purnell.
Delaware Valley able to hold Davis in check for about 24 minutes. Problem is the game lasts 40, and Davis is heated up now. Davis up to 16 points on 4 of 11 shooting after starting the game 0 for 4. He's hit a couple of threes. He's 6 of 8 from the foul line, leads the team in rebounds, and equally as important, the Aggies' 2 top defenders who have spent a lot of time on Davis have 4 fouls each with 9:43 to play. Davis hands it off to Gabe Keir. Knights by 3. Davis pulls up. Geet on him now. Purnell. Davis weaves, shoots. Good. Daquan Davis, 18 points now. Jones for Paulus. And Paulus is fouled by Gardner, who I believe has 4 fouls. Gardner scored 11 points on his first 5 shots, including free throws, and he has not done very much since. Heads back to the bench. He's got 4 fouls. The first night to pick up 4 fouls. Just the 4th foul of this half on Arcadia after they had almost 20 fouls in the first half. Medina for Ibadapo. Jones for Medina for 3. Short. Davis with the rebound. (59-40-54). Knights on top. Davis penetrates, kicks, money, good ball movement. Keir for 3. Got it. Gabe Keir for 3. And the Knights up by 8. Good ball movement set up by Davis. Pass. Ibadapo got it. Count it going to the line as Keir with a mental mistake there. Should have just left Ibadapo go. The good news for Arcadia is Ibadapo is a sub 50% free throw shooter. 4 of 11 from the line last year. Obviously not very many shots for Thomas, who played 19 games, started 8. Senior center from Sicklerville. Trying to get Del Val closer here. And he got it. Ibadapo with 3 points. 3 points total now for Thomas. 62-57, Aggies still hanging around. Davis. That's a travel. Or a double dribble. Take your pick. (62-57). Ibadapo hands off for Jones, who's got an open look for 3. No. Jalen Watkins does a good job to snare that. Money for Watkins. Easy look there for Jalen Watkins, who's played well this half. Watkins now with 7 points in this half. Knights back up by 7. Nestor Diaz is checked back in for Del Val with 4 fouls. Jones also has 4 fouls. Guy on the shorter Davis, works him for an easy 2. Nice job there by Purnell. Purnell with 18 points for the Aggies. Leading scorer for the second game in a row. .6:58 to play. A nifty no-look pass that Vincent did not see coming, so it kicked off his knee and out of bounds. Surprised everybody, including the guy who was supposed to catch it. Foul on Vincent as Arcadia Ibadapo hands it off for Jones. That is just Vincent's second foul, they say. G got it, count it, going to the line. 3-point play opportunity there for Purnell. And Justin Money has picked up his 4th foul. And Purnell is a revelation. 20 points for the Penn State Abington transfer. 64-61. Arcadia takes a timeout, first of the second half, 30-second timeout, although that felt longer than 30 seconds. Jared Chambliss, who picked up the foul, he's got 2. Purnell at the foul line, where he's 6 for 8 tonight. He's got 20 points. Made 3 of his last 4. And he cans that one. So the effort to ice Purnell does not work. He's got 21 now, and the Aggies continue to hang around down 64-62. This is exactly the score last night when the Knights went on the game-winning run. And Davis throws that one away. Foul trouble. These two guys bringing the ball up the floor have 4 each, Diaz and Jones for Del Val. DJ Gardner has 4. He's not on the floor right now for the Knights. And Guy thought about 3. Ibadapo calling for the ball, gets free, and lays it in for 2. Thomas Ibadapo. 5 points for the big man, and the Aggies have drawn even again, 64 apiece. As Jacob Walsh will check back in, pull up for Vincent is good. Nice smooth stroke there for the sophomore from West Philadelphia. 66-64. Knights shooting 51% in the game. Guy. Paulus for 3. Oh, would not go down, and last touched by, they're going to say the Aggies, but it couldn't physically be possible because of where the bodies were pointed. I think it was deflected off the face of either Chambliss or Vincent. That'll be Arcadia ball either way, 66-64. Davis for Kier. Davis, and that's I was going to say, it's either a travel or they're going to call a 3-second violation on the Knights. If you're wondering how the Knights are shooting 51% and 47% and not up by more, that's their 16th turnover. Ibadapo for Diaz. Diaz for Paulus, who's struggled shooting the ball here tonight. Ibadapo, tough angle, no. And Guy unable to get the rebound as Vincent clears out. Second rebound of the night for Johan. And Davis, and that, got it, count it, going to the line, and Jones is fouled out. Well, Daquan Davis now with 20 points. And the Aggies have lost one of their primary defenders here in Jones. Jones finishes the night with 8 points, 3 of 6 from the floor, 2 free throws, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block in 24 minutes. Davis to make this a 5-point game. He does. Well, I guess Jones does not have 5 fouls because he remains on the floor. All right, so the live stats evidently wrong. Jones, either that or the Aggies have magically found a 6th foul for Jones. Jones for Paulus. Paulus for 3. No, and Ibadapo out of bounds off of Arcadia. Wait, Paulus is 2 for 9 from behind the arc now. A good shooter, but not tonight. Aggies down by 5. Jones gets it into Diaz. Paulus, 14 on the shot clock. Diaz thinks about a 3. And through the legs of Ibadapo, but Jones retreats. 6 on the shot clock. Jones drives in. Tough shot. No. Rebound. Diaz. Diaz out for Paulus. Paulus, 3. No. Rebound for Paulus, and the Aggies will get a 3rd shot on this possession. Del Val really has to come away with points here. Down by 5, 3:41 to play. Diaz for Jones, for Guy. Guy for Ibadapo. Hook shot, got it. Big Thomas Ibadapo with the nice hook shot there. He's got 7, and the Aggies get the points they needed in that possession. 69-66, 3:18 to play. Davis for Chambliss. Chambliss pull-up shot blocked by Jones, and I've given up on trying to figure out how many fouls he has at this point. I had him fouled out a moment ago, and now he evidently has fouled out for real. Again, the issue here is that normally the stats crew is facing and a few rows behind the scorer's table, so when the ref goes over to give the fouls, you can pick it up. We're on the other side of the court here as Chambliss misses the free throw, so we're guessing. But Jones has fouled out for real. Chambliss with the free throw attempt, missed the first, missed the second, and so the Aggies lose Jones but don't lose any ground. 3:05 to play, Aggies down by 3. Burnell, and telegraphed that one, pass picked off. Medina, they're going to call him for the intentional foul. So clear path foul called on Medina. Keir heads to the free throw line, his team up 3. Final score from women's action tonight, Arcadia 57, Delaware Valley 45. As Keir hits the first free throw. Julia Mikowski with 18 points tonight for the Knights. 18 points, 15 rebounds in a full 40 minutes. Aggies were led by Shane Glenn. She had 15. Freshman Haley Keenan with 10. So the Knights looking for the 4-game sweep, so to speak. Knights, as that's a charge. Yeah, Walsh is just hanging out there, flying through the air, and that's an easy call for the officials. Even if the contact was kind of initiated both ways, with the way Jacob is lunging through the air and flailing like that, it looks like a charge. Aggies still down 5. As Ibadapo, who's got 7 points in this half, gets called for the double dribble. Tenth turnover by Del Val, who's done a pretty good job taking care of the ball tonight. They've got 17 assists to 10 turnovers, so. Knights with a chance to make this a 3-possession game. Davis from deep. Got it. Oh, my. Give him 4 on that one. 74-66. Knights by 8. Gee, spins, fouled, and take your pick. Davis and Vincent both in the neighborhood. Davis now 24 points. And he scored all but 2 of them in 14 minutes. As Purnell continues his very, very good game. Purnell is now 9 for 11 from the foul line. He's got 22 points. I'm a step ahead of myself. He's 8 for 10 from the foul line. Now he's 9 for 11. 75-67. Aggies need a stop at this point. Now 75-68. Under 2 minutes to play. Davis has been the difference, as we figured he would be. Weaves in, kicks over for Walsh. Walsh initiates the contact, hits Ibadapo in the head. Robles, who's checked in, grabs the rebound. Aggies down by 7. Mr. Diaz, who's played very well, throws that one. Last touch by Arcadia. And a timeout called by Delaware Valley. It's a full.
Yes, it was.
Things reverse themselves when there's flagrants or technicals. The officials have to come up into this side of the stands to get the time. And so one of the officials does that. Well, I'll say this for Delaware Valley again. Undermanned and undersized, but they have played with a lot of heart in these 2 games. Again, their top scorer and rebounder, and the second leading scorer, and the third leading scorer from last year are all not here, and hope that Damian Washington, Jordan Tucker, and Devin Hill all return. If they all come back, the Aggies are going to have about 10 seniors on the roster next year. For Arcadia, in terms of, again, I don't know for the Knights who has opted out and who will return. You know, if there's graduate programs that enable kids to stay in school a little longer. Obviously financial considerations, but Walsh and Davis are the only two seniors. As the pass gets inbounds to Robles, and Walsh has had a rough game. That looked like a very clean block there for Jacob, who is he's turning red with frustration. That's his fourth foul. He's still got one left. Robles to the foul line. And you see the blush there and as Walsh, after that foul, his arms and his legs turned bright red. And Robles misses the first foul shot. Six-point game. Second one coming here for Francis. They missed them both, and the Knights get the rebound. So empty possession there for Del Val after the timeout. Davis for Keir for Walsh. And Davis guarded by Diaz. Has done as good a job on him as you can. Davis going to try and take him to school. Back up three is way off the mark. And the Aggies still have a shot here, but they have to score quick. Down by 6 with a minute to play. Diaz for Paulus. Gee calling for it in the corner. They get it to Purnell. And the Aggies got to take a shot, even if it's not a good one. Shot no good. Walsh last touched it. Out of bounds. Aggies ball. And the Aggies will call timeout down by 6. And if you're just joining us, the conference is going to have some kind of championship event, they hope. Don't know what the format would be. Normally it's a 4-team tournament, but nothing about this season is normal. 10-game season, we hope. That's if the coronavirus doesn't get involved. Only other game between Freedom Conference teams tonight that was played is DeSales. Well, there's 2 of them. We just have no score reported from Florham and Lycoming. But DeSales wins easily tonight, and after winning by 44 points last night, DeSales wins by 24 points tonight. So that's a, what is that, 68-point margin of victory in 2 games? Final score 77-43 in favor of the Bulldogs. Robles for Paulus. Paulus outside. Aggies again got to get something up here. Taking too much time. Medina will drive. Got away with a travel shot. No good. Last touch by Gee. And the Aggies have struggled coming out of timeouts with design plays. And Coach Seidenberg is saying to Dariel, you got to shoot that. They're down by 6 with 34 seconds. And what is going on here? Did they just commit a 5-second violation and give the ball back to Del Val, or what happened? What happened? Oh, technical foul. Technical foul on Arcadia gives Delaware Valley some free shots here with 34 seconds, just one. I think it was, illegal substitution is what it was. Okay. So an illegal sub gives the Aggies one free throw shot. Paulus hits it. Aggies are down by 5 with 34 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Second technical foul on Arcadia. This one much less damaging than the first one. Davis. And that is last touch by Daquan. Master Diaz continues his defensive prowess here. Now Davis is going to finish with 24-plus points. But he did not get most of them against Diaz. Aggies down by 5. Paulus, again, got to get something off here. 27 seconds. Diaz Medina for three. He's fouled. He got it, and he's going to the line. That is a three-point play with one coming as Medina. Yeah, got a little help there. Dario with a chance to cut this to a one-point game. What a shot. And the Knights are going to call timeout and try and ice him, 74-72. Big hug for Dario Medina, second three of the night. What a shot. Foul is on Jared Chambliss, that's his third. Medina at the free throw line, and he got it. So it's a one-point game here, Delaware Valley. And the Knights got to get it inbounds. They do to Walsh. Walsh gets it to Davis. Davis is double teamed, and timeout called by Arcadia. And they have about 4 seconds to get it across the timeline here. (74-73). Aggies last year won their home conference opener against Eastern on a Damian Washington basket at the buzzer. Right here, they're down by one. Arcadia has the ball. Unlike the women's game where you could call timeout to advance it across the timeline, here the Knights will still have to inbound from underneath their own basket. 17.5 on the clock. If you're looking to foul someone, maybe Walsh might be your best bet. Pass to Davis. Davis catches the touchdown pass, goes up, got it, count it, probably game. Davis on a touchdown bomb. Arcadia doesn't have a football team, but maybe they ought to, as Davis will go to the line with the Knights now up by 3. And on top of that, that is Nestor Diaz's 5th foul. So the Aggies need a miss and a 3. See if Davis is willing to cooperate. Nope. Still 14 seconds left as the Aggies could score quick and then try and play the foul game. Paulus for Medina, 9. Medina pull up 3, got it! Dario again! And Davis gets fouled by Guy. Dario Medina keeping the Aggies alive. That's his second 3 in the last 30 seconds. And the Knights will have to hit a pair here to avoid the magic of Dario Medina. Davis by himself, a Roman Catholic high school product. There's a long break here. They let Davis, catch his breath. I don't know if he got whacked in the eye and they're letting him kind of collect himself. 77-76. Davis, I think that's exactly what happened. He's a little shaken up. So Daquan Davis, who will be a University of North Texas player 7 months from now, trying to close one out for his current team, Arcadia. This is like a commercial break here. Got to get spots here and run them during this period. I don't think the Aggies had another guy foul out, did they? They've had. Is that Gee's fifth foul? Now they're just going to let Gee change masks here. A mask change. Well, it's hard to complain about that. I mean, Davis has been standing a man on an island here for about 3 minutes. Now ready to take the free throws. All right. 2 shots coming here for Daquan. Got the first. Second one coming. Delaware Valley down 78-76. Vincent checks out. Walsh checks in. Davis now with 28. And the Aggies are going to bring Ryan Black in, who's not played very much here tonight. Thomas Ibadapo is going to check out. Now Davis is going to finish over his season average from last year. He's got 28 points. I'm not sure what the Arcadia bench is upset about, but Van Zelst quiets them, and Davis hits the free throw. So 3-point Arcadia lead, 79-76. And Gee almost and does throw it away. Well, that's anticlimactic. So the Knights will get the ball back with 4 seconds to play, and barring a similar mental gaffe by the Knights, that will probably do it. That was Purnell's first foul when he fouled Davis. He's played 33 minutes. Well, our next broadcast will be, you won't have to worry about when the games start. It's going to be the same thing every week here, we hope. Again, coronavirus pending. It will be women play at 7 o'clock at home on a Thursday, men play at 7 o'clock at home on a Friday. And it will be the other Commonwealth team that's joined the conference, Lycoming, as Ryan Black comes out to foul Davis. So the Aggies women's team will play the Warriors, who are pretty good under Kristen Ditzler. Again, bringing depth to the conference on the women's side. And then the men will host another Philadelphia high school legend. Davis, I think, qualifies for that. So does Mike McGarvey, who's the head coach at Lycoming, and a real good high school career. And Davis just piling in the free throws at this point. Aggies were down 6 with 30 seconds. Medina hit a 3 and got fouled. He turned it into a 4-point play. Knights came down and got 1 of 2 free throws from Davis. Or 2 free throws, I should say, as now Medina throws it away. And that'll do it. So a gutty effort there from Arcadia, or from the Aggies, but the Knights emerge with the victory. Final stat line for Daquan tonight, 31 points, 8 of 16 from the floor. Remember, he started 0 for 5. 3 of 7 from the foul line, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, 12 of 14 from the foul line. He also had 7 assists in 32 minutes. He did also have 7 turnovers. For the Aggies, Purnell Gee, that last pass notwithstanding, a great night for the Penn State Abington transfer. 23 points, including the 1,000th of his career. 9 of 11 from the foul line, 6 rebounds and 3 assists in 33 minutes. Other scores for Arcadia tonight, 12 points, or 13 points for DJ Gardner, all in a row in the beginning of the game. 12 for Gabe Keir and 8 for Justin Money. For the Aggies, Nestor Diaz had 12 points, Dario Medina with 12 points, and 11 points for Matt Paulus. That'll do it for us tonight. For the folks from Glenside, I hope you were able to enjoy the broadcast. Good luck to the Knights the rest of the year. Aggies men's and women's basketball. It'll be the Aggies and the Warriors in women's basketball on Thursday, and then we'll hoop it up on the men's side on Friday. Until then, stay warm, stay safe, everyone. Have a good night.